Dreamscape presents The Woman in the Veil, a Victorian Mystery by Joh Rowland. Narrated by Alex Tregear. London, June 1890. Chapter 1. I just love dark passages that lead to God knows what, Lord Hugh Staunton says. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, and we're outside a riverfront tavern whose sign, illuminated by gas lamps, reads, Prospect of Whitby. The fog is so thick that the world seems to dissolve in its cold vapour. The Thames is so rank with the smell of dead fish and sewage that I can taste it, even though this is early summer and the stench is far from as bad as it gets. A distant foghorn bellows. I glance nervously around the deserted street. Shadwell is only a mile southeast of our home in Whitechapel, but it feels utterly remote, and the prospect of Whitby is a notorious haunt of smugglers and thieves. Mick O'Reilly aims his lantern into the narrow space between the tavern and the building next door. "Hurry, or we'll miss everything!" Lanky and red-haired, 14 years old, a former street urchin, Mick knows every inch of London's East End. Confident to a fault, he fears no danger until he's in the thick of it, and maybe not even then. He carries my tripod and flash lamp into the passage. "After you, Sarah?" Hugh says to me with a theatrical sweep of his hand. I follow Mick, with my leather satchel and my trunk of photographic supplies. Hugh brings up the rear, lugging my heavy camera in its wooden case. An aristocrat from a wealthy family, he once belonged to the class of persons I only encountered when the wheels of their coaches splattered mud on me as I trudged along the street. A former popular man about high society, he'd never worked a day in his life until 2 years ago, when his circumstances changed drastically for the worse. Now he and Mick are my partners in business, my comrades on late-night expeditions. The river stench grows stronger. The fog dampens my face, invades my lungs. I shiver as anticipation mingles with dread and speeds up my heartbeat. At the end of the passage is a flight of wooden steps that lead to the water. They're slimy with algae. As we descend them, Hugh slips, stumbles, and curses under his breath. "We should get hazard pay." "We're paid quite well," I remind him.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?